Okay, so now let's see how to implement one of these now. So I'm going to now use this form we have in Word, the form we have for our last activity now, which is this. So first thing, I'm going to say this form as a maybe student result page. We want to compute program that are going to involve some calculation of student result. We now determine the grade for that student result again now. So I'm going to call it what? Student result form. Okay, so .html. So in this case again now, we are going to now then go to student student result student result okay system. Okay, student resource system. Okay, so first thing is going to be what? We enter the first name for student, and after that again, this is going to be what? F4 name, and here too will be what? F4 F name, and enter what? First name now. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate this one for the second column for student. Second row for student. That for student last name. Student last name here. So here will be what? L name. That for the last name. And here again, last name. And for this particular placeholder, that will also be what? The last one. Oh, that will be last name again. So after that again, this is going to be about three subjects. This is going to be what? Enter what? HTML score now. Enter HTML score, and I call this one what? HTML. Okay, and here to become what? HTML, and here now is going to be what? HTML score. HTML score now. Okay, so as we enter HTML score, we also do the same thing for what? For three more subjects now. So maybe JavaScript and CSS. So here now, enter what? JavaScript score, and this is going to be JS, and this will be JS, and the placeholder now going to be what? The JavaScript score here. And we also need another row now for the CSS score, and this one will make it CSS, and here will be what? CSS, and also in the next one going to be what? CSS score. So these are all the three subjects. Now this is going to be what? Button called what? Compute result, or get result here now. So, and I'm going to change this one to what? To get result function. Get result function here now. Open and close. So all the remaining buttons here, we don't need it again here now. Okay, so that is it, and I don't need this ID for the button here now, so that our form. So we want this one where the result is going to be. We want to compute the total score. We want to compute the average score. We want to compute the grade for student. I'm going to compute the average score and the grade now. That is it, because this is for the three subject. You get it now? So now here, this is going to be what? Maybe total score. Like it's a jump. Let's say this is a jump score now. Then anybody that scores something above two 195 is passed. So I made this one to be what? Total score here now. Okay. So here now is going to be what? Total. And I'm chunking this one to what? To total. Do you get it now? That is it. And this is going to be what your result here. So since I want result to be here, I don't want this particular text box to be what? To be editable. I will now use read only. Read only means you cannot change the content inside the particular text box. That is one. Do you get it now? And finally again, one more is going to be what will be the final remark for that work student based on their work, on their score. Do you get it now? And I want to put that one here now. I can call this one what remark or comment. Remark or comment. So that's what you go to work. Remark, stroke, what, comment. Do you get it now? Or you can call it grade. You are given to them again. So this one is going to be what? Remark. And the next one here is going to be what? To be remark 2. Remark 2. That is it. So let's see how this form look like first before we move on ahead from here now. So here now, I preview this page. You can see now. This is how our form look like. So we are going to get the first name, the last name, the HTML score, JavaScript score, CSS score. And when you click on get result, you want the total score to be here, you want the comment to be here. That is it. So the next thing we are now going to do now is it. The JavaScript file we are going to use to carry out this particular work, calculation, we have to specify that JavaScript. We have to define the name for that JavaScript. And here now, we are going to call the JavaScript name maybe what? A student result JS. Student what? Or underscore what? Result JS. So I have to create JavaScript called student result here now. If I copy this particular code, and then I will return to this particular my script folder here, and create a new JavaScript file, student result.js here now. That is it. So then I can now create a function by say function get result. Do you get it now? And that's the get result function we already declare inside there. Remember that under the button, which is button, this button I call what? Get result. I already attached on click event to it with the function that's going to call when on click or call there. So this button is specified what here now. So we call get result here. So when this button is being clicked, system will look for function called get result, and that function is what I just specify here now. So the next thing is to start declare a variable that I'm going to carry out all those calculations. Do you get it now? So first one is variable for what? For HTML. Okay. And after I call HTML SC, that for score. And what? JS SC, your JavaScript, and CSS SC for CSS, and total what? SC, total score. And finally I say what? Remark. So all these variable is going to be needed. Then HTML or SC now equal to the value coming from HTML will be stored in this variable here, and we can retrieve by say document dot get what, or document dot get element by ID now. So our first element we need to retrieve is called HTML. Good. We now say what? Dot what? Value here now. That is it. So we retrieve the HTML score here. So the same thing we are going to retrieve the what? The remaining score for what? CSS, JavaScript. And I need one more again here. So this is going to be what? CSS, and this is going to be what? JS. Okay, this is going to be what? JS now for JavaScript, and this is going to be what? JSSC, and here again it will be what? CSSSC. That is it. So once we have done that again, the total SC that I'm going to hold the result will now be what? Pass. Remember, these are the scores. So we can't use int to be float because score can have decimal point. Pass float HTML score now. Okay, plus what? Pass float, okay, JS score, and plus again pass float and the what? CSS score here now. So this one, addition of all the score is now being what? Get. So to now store those one into the HTML back again, remember we have created a total element before in HTML. We say now equal to what? Total SC here. Oh, sorry, equal to total SC here. That is all. So this one means that what? You want to compute only the total score first here. When we click on this get result, so I have to save this JavaScript page, I have to save this HTML page. I can now start testing this here now. So to see how this one done, the first score here is going to be what? Maybe 70. Oh, sorry, the name is going to be what? Funke Ali. The HTML score is 70, while JavaScript score is what? 80, and CSS score is also what? 80. So this score is going to be what? Can you see 230? That is it now. That is it. So the next thing I want to do now is to see how we use our if statement. We want to use this statement to qualify that what? Which kind of school are they going to? That is exactly where we are going to. You get now. So this is going to give us another what? Criteria here. Do you get it now? Then I'm going to say, okay, if, okay, this is going to give us another what? Criteria here now. Do you get it now? Then I'm going to be, okay, let me copy this one. I'm going to give us another criteria here now. Criteria like this. That's going to be the what? The school admission. We call it example of what? Or jump, jump, uh, jump admission. Example of jump admission criteria. Jump admission test, jump admission criteria here now. So if your total score from the jump now is above what? Maybe 230 now, that means you have admission to university, qualify to go university. That is it. So the next one here, sorry, you cannot go to university now. Can you see? That is exactly what we want to first implement here now. So with this one again, we can now implement this condition. By the time I copy this one here now, I just make a little change. I will now come down to the JavaScript section here too. So in the JavaScript section here, I will now put this criteria, this condition again here. So I'll put it here. So let me put a comment on this section. This comment is what? Compute what? Compute, okay. Okay, it's going to be determine admission what? College. Now that is it now. If total SC here greater than 230, so instead of system to say document.write, do you get it now? We are going to say document.get element by ID here now. But this is going to be remark. It's going to be remark now. So equal to this. So remove this one in. Qualify to go to university. So I'll remove this bracket here. But this is going to be remark, not okay, remark, yeah. It's not total again. So I'm now changing this one to remark. Qualify to go to university. But if it is not again here, So this one will be replaced here. Go to qualify. Sorry, okay, why is that statement? Okay, let me copy it from here. Sorry, you cannot go to university. Okay, you cannot go to university now. That is it here now. So, and that is exactly what you want to do. But this particular one initially, remember that this one they are going to display the total one cost, and that's when it's going to be first be here, and this also going to be what? To be here again, because even though you are not going to the, if the admission is not going to given the student university, we still want to see the total score scored by that student. As I save this page here now, and I return back here now, so I can now also implement this. The name now, Funke, these are all the score. I click on here, you can see qualified to go to university. Maybe the name now change to what? On the what name on the other name go? Kemi, okay, Balogun, and now says what? Is 33, 34, 87, and what? 57 here. I click on get the result. You see, sorry, you cannot go to the university. You get now. So any of the conditional statement we already will specify here now can now be implementing in the same way here to determine whether they can go to university, cannot go to university, by using what we call what? If and else statement here now. That is the core of it. But there's sometimes that you may want the user to perform something like this again. We don't want to go to university alone. Maybe we have different type of the criteria for that score. We say that what? For total score like this now, we want to give them different admission. If total score, maybe total score now, we say is the what? Maybe from total score that is starting from what? Maybe 100 to what? 150 or 159 to 159. That's when go to be what? College of Education. Okay, it will be what? College of what? Education admission. You see, that is number one. Also, we now say that what or if the the total score is not that. Total score is now 160. 160 now. We now see to what? To 199. For 160 to 199 here. 199. Do you get it now? So you now say what? Polytechnic. That's going to be what? Okay. Polytechnic admission. Polytechnic admission. College of Education what? Admission. Okay. And here now become what? Polytechnic admission. And here now we now say what? From 200 to now 300 now. That will now be what? University admission. You can see now. So how do we implement this? And say look at this condition here that whereby if the student score is now from 000 up to what? 99, what should happen? Sorry, failed. That is just it. This student is failed. Do you get it now? And these are the criteria. So all these criteria now, can we implement it in this particular condition again? Yes, of course. But in this case again, this one is no longer a simple condition again. It's now becoming what we can now refer to as well as a multiple condition. Because for example now, for any student that score 4 within this particular range, is going to be what? To 4 this. A student can get 120. 120 greater than 100. Do you get it now? But it's less than 150. What if a student score what? 180? 180 is less than what? Than 200. So when you are using this one, there's going to be a two condition you are going to what? To be implement for it now. Like here now, it will come from here by say what? The total score, let me use TS, or I say total. Total now must be greater than 100 here now. Must be greater than, okay, greater than equal to 100. That's the first condition. You will now say what? And that the same total was total score must now be less than equal to what? 159. Can you see? Must be less than equal to what? 159. This is the condition we are going to be using for this one now. You get now? That means what? This is going to be what we can refer to what as the expression to use to determine that again. Total score must be greater than 100 because if student score a score that is 120, it must satisfy this condition here. So if this is the case for this, that means for the next one here, it's going to go in the same way again. And this is going to be what? It must be 160 here, greater than equal to 160, because we are starting from 160. And less than equal to what? 199. You get it now? And for the next one here again, we also implement this. It will be greater than equal to what? 200. And also be less than equal to what? 300. That is there. Even though in the first one here again, that say fail, that's outright fail here. If score is what? Is between 0 and 99, that means greater than equal to 0. Do you get it now? And less than equal to what? 99. That it is fail. So these are the two conditions we are going to be using. So that means in this case, the statement we are going to use in JavaScript is now what we refer to what? It can be if statement again. We have what we call multiple if statement, if else statement. And that if else statement is going to be written in this one. We call it what? If what? Okay, we call it what? If else and what? Else if what statement. If else and else if statement here is used to implement a multiple condition word like this in JavaScript. Now, to use this one now is going to be what? If the first condition, you now say if for condition, which is going to be this now. We put it here. If it is true, in this case again, that means we put fail. Let me put this one here. Document the right word or failed. That is it. Then the statement will end there. The statement end there now. So instead of say else, because there's another condition, now say what? Else what? If again. Do you get it now? And the second condition will we follow here. Because this is how to implement what you call multiple if statement. And this one will come down here now. So another condition to implement, that is what? College of Education admission will be implemented here now. And then the close here again. So else if again, another condition follow again here. And that's not going to be what? The total score above this. And also what? End there now. And that's going to be what system is going to be do. That's polytechnic admission. You can see. Because this is going to take care of different type of the condition. And you see that the last one here nice if it's not, we now say else. Since there's no any condition again, now I'm going to be else. You get now. The else will now give us university admission. But you can still write that particular one too. In this case, by say else if again here. Okay, I think I can put else if here now. And this is going to now take care of this. Okay, because sometimes there's some scene error that can come up. The best way to implement this one again, and that's going to be what? university work admission here now. Then I can now finally use what else. This else here can be when you input some information that is not belong to this system compute unknown grade. You can now say what invalid invalid grade now, and then the code now will end here like this. So these are the another way you can implement this. So to now implement this in our own program again, see what we are going to do here now. Temporary, I will disable this. I won't remove it, so I keep it for one side. You can see reference back it again. So I can now start to implement this one we have here now without the same word, using multiple if else statement now here. I copy this, I can now return what back here. This is going to be another one. This is now going to be what? Using a comment first. See what? Using multiple if, okay, using multiple if else and else if statement. That is it there now. So in this case again, the implementation start like this. This is going to be total LC and total what? LC here now. So instead of fail here now, the same instruction here is going to work to follow. System return the score and put fail there like this. So this is going to be what? Failed. Okay, that is it. So for the second one again, I can also put the instruction here again now, but this time around now it's going to be College of Education work admission now, instead of not go to university. Okay, so that is it. But this is going to be total SC, oh god, undo, total SC and total what? SC again. And the next one here again, here also, okay, this is going to be from here to undo. I copy this again and return back here now. So, and this is going to be what? The Polytechnic admission here now. This is going to be what? Polytechnic admission. And here now, remove and remove again. That's, and remember, total score and total score. And the next one here is this again. So copy this and we run through here now, and that will be university admission, and this will be university admission now. Okay, and the last one finally. So whatever we put as a score there will appear here, but I'm going to be what? The invalid what? Grade. Invalid grade here, and here too. So I think go to what? Invalid what? Grade now. That is it. So let's see what our score will be based on what we already have here now. Therefore, whatever score we see, whether I'm going to fall into this again. So if I return backward here now, so this code is going to what? To be changed here now. The name now I'm using what? Michael James, and this is going to be 90, 54, and what? Maybe 65. Then I click on get result. You see, invalid grade 209. Is that supposed to be? Let's see now. What do we give to the 209? 209 is supposed to be what? University admission. Oh, the cause of error is it. Can you see this? Total, instead of total score here and total what? Score here. Exactly, that is it. That's where the error here is now. So I can save this and return back here again. And Michael James again. Or is that the what we got? I can actually get result now. Can you see 209 for Michael James? Because 209 is what? That means the score is more than what? Is more than Ehen, 200 is 209 to, so if I return back here again now, maybe the score is now changed now to what, 45 and 1, and okay, we already remove like 50 marks from there now. I say get result, you see, 159 college of admission. And why college of admission? 159. Oh my god, the last score here. You see, if somebody got 160, this person is going to be angry. There is only one mark that what, that drop into the college of admission. If he knows, he would have just had those one marks for somewhere. Maybe he now get that particular one mark from here now. Maybe here now he got what, 66 here again, and I say get result 160. That is it. And if somebody now get, maybe it is what, now he got what, 20 here, he got what, 30 here, and he also got what, 40 what here, and we compute the admission, you see, that is fail. So when you are using the if statement in JavaScript, you have to understand the use of the if statement for two things we call what, the multiple if statement, and how to use if and else what statement. All these are some of the very important one part of this. So this is how we use what, this conditional statement what in JavaScript here now. So the next class we are going to talk about the loop structure. Do you get it now? So that's where we are going to stop for today now, sir. So any question? So any questions? Okay, so in the absence of that, so and that's where we stop for now. So thank you so much.